Welcome and thanks for choosing the Time Capsule. I am your host, David Blake Mercer, and this is Episode 2, covering songs from 1900 to 1909 on KWDC 93.5 FM, Stockton, California. The next song is probably familiar and you've probably heard it once before, at least. It's by Sosa's Band from 1901, and it's called Stars and Stripes Forever.
Stars and Stripes Forever. Played by Sosa's Band for the Columbia Phonograph Company.
Next up is Bill Bailey with his song, Won't You Come Home, recorded in 1902.
Bill Bailey, Won't You Please Come Home, sung by Arthur Collins, Columbia Record. On one summer's day, sun was shining fine. The lady love of old Bill Bailey was hanging clothes on the line in her backyard, and a weeping hard. She married a B&O brakeman that took and throwed her down. Bellerin' like a prune-fed calf with a big gang hanging around, and to that crowd she yelled out loud, won't you come home, Bill Bailey, won't you come home? She moans the whole day long. I'll do the cooking, darling, I'll pay the rent. I knows I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy evening I drove you out with nothing but a fine-tooth comb. I knows I'll to blame. Well, ain't that a shame? Bill Bailey, won't you please come home? Bill drove by that door in an automobile, a great big diamond coach and footman. Hear that big winch squeal, he's all alone. I heard her groan. She hollered through that door, Bill Bailey, is you sore? Stop a minute, won't you listen to me? Won't I see you no more? Bill winked his eye as he heard her cry. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey, won't you come home? She moans the whole day long. I'll do the cooking, darling, I'll pay the rent. I knows I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy evening I drove you out with nothing but a fine tooth comb. I knows I was to blame, well ain't that a shame? Bill Bailey, won't you please come home?
That same year, Bill Murray had recorded a song called Yankee Doodle, also in 1905. This song was also featured by Ike Brovlasky, one of the characters on South Park, in the episode with the Children's Talent Show.
All the candy, I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy, I'm glad I am. Quote Uncle Sam, I'm a real life Yankee Doodle, made my name and fame and boodle, just like Mr. Doodle did by riding on a pony. I love to listen to the Dixie train, I long to see the girl I left behind me, that ain't a Josh, he's a Yankee by gosh, oh say, can you see anything about a Yankee that's a phony? When the Spanish War was started, he slipped on a uniform and hopped upon a pony. My mother's mother was a Yankee too, my father's father was a Yankee too. That's growing some for the Yankees by gum, oh say, can you see anything about my pedigree that's phony? I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die, a real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. Then, oh my God, a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, he's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle came to London just to ride a pony. I am the Yankee Doodle boy.
Daywolf Hopper, which I hope I pronounced his name correctly, had a song called Casey at the Bat in 1906, which, if I remember correctly, I remember hearing as a child in the 1990s.
The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning more to play. And so when Cooney died at first and Burroughs did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to that hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did also Jimmy Blake, and the former was a no-good and the latter was a fake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat for there seemed but little chance of Casey's getting to the back. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all, and placed the much despised the cover of the ball. And when the dust had arisen and the men saw what had occurred, there was Blake a safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats went up a lusty yell. It rumbled in the valley, it rattled in the dell, it knocked upon the mountain top, and recoiled upon the flat for a Casey. Mighty Casey was advancing to the back. There was pride in Casey's bearing as he stepped into his place. There was ease in Casey's manner and a smile on Casey's face. And when, responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat, no stranger in the crowd could doubt it was Casey at the back. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 10,000 hands applauded as he wiped them on his shirt. And when the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hips, defiance gleamed in Casey's eye. A sneer curved Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered spear comes whirling through the air, and Casey stood watching it in lofty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. Then from the benches, black with people, went up a muffled roar, like the beaten storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill it! Kill the umpire! Cried someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand with a smile of Christian charity. Great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher. Once more the steroid flew, but Casey still ignored it. And the umpire said, strike two! Hurrah! Cried the maddened thousands, and echo answered broad. But one scornful look from Casey, and the multitude was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The smile is gone from Casey's face. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blows. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. Somewhere bands are playing, and somewhere hearts are light. Somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Do you procrastinate? I'm sure you do, because we all do. Well, here are some tips from Campus Well to help stop the procrastination. First, break up your to-do list. This will help make each part of a larger project seem more manageable. Secondly, compensate. Create a false deadline for yourself a week or more before the due date. And finally, accept imperfection. The work can't even begin to be great if you never start. These tips were brought to you by Campus Well. I hope these tips help you get through the upcoming finals.
Suicide is the leading cause of death amongst young adults. Friends can play a crucial role in suicide prevention, since 76% of young adults turn to a friend in a time of crisis. This generation is ready to crack open a conversation about mental health, but they're missing the language to do it. Seize the Awkward aims to encourage and empower young adults to reach out to a friend who may be struggling with mental health. SeizeTheAwkward.org provides resources such as tutorial videos, information on warning signs, conversation starters, and tips on how to sustain a conversation around mental health. To learn more, visit SeizeTheAwkward.org. Public service announcement brought to you by the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention and the Ad Council.
Vesti la gobe, or to say, On With the Play, was recorded in 1907 by Enrique Caruso. Everyone has heard the following song at least once in their lives. It is by Edward Meeker from 1908, and it's called Take Me Out to the Ballgame.
Take Me Out to the Ball Game, sung by Edward Meeker, Edison Records. Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad. Just to root for the hometown crew every Sioux, Katie Blue. On a Saturday, her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do, just to cheer up the boys she knew. She made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
I Wonder Who Is Kissin' Her Now is a question and the song title by a gentleman named Henry Burr in 1909.
You have loved lots of girls in the street long ago, and each one has meant heaven to you. You have vowed your affection to each one in turn, and have sworn to them all you'd be true. You have kissed neath the moon while the world seemed in tune. Then you've left her to hunt a new game. Does it ever occur to you later, my boy, that she's probably doing the same? I wonder who's kissing her now. Wonder who's kissing her now. But the world moves apace, and the loves of today flit away with a smile and a tear. So you never can tell who is kissing her now, or just whom you'll be kissing next year. I wonder who's kissing her now. That I used to call mine. I wonder if she
lastly, a song that I expect everyone's heard at least once and has lasted over a century, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, performed by Fisk University Jubilee Quartet in 1909.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. I'm sometimes up and I'm sometimes down, coming for the carry me home. Still my soul feels the heavenly bound, coming for the carry me home. Sing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. Sing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. If you get there before I do, coming for the carry me home. Tell all my friends I'm a-coming through, coming for the carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. I never shall forget that day, coming for the carry me home. When Jesus washed my sins away, coming for the carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for the carry me home. And the angels are coming after me, coming for the carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot.
The Time Capsule has been a production of KWDC 93.5 LPFM Delta College Radio. This program is made possible by listeners like you. Programming is produced by the students, staff, and faculty of San Joaquin Delta College's Digital Media Department. It is supported by the Delta College Department of Arts and Multimedia and Career Technical Education and Workforce Development Office, and the state of California. Thank you for listening.